Howdy, everybody. It says I'm live. So I'm glad to know that. Sometimes I think not so much. And I know as business owners, we all have days like that when we're just sitting here going, no, God, I just wish there was something else going on. And at times I want to throw things. And at other times, I want to jump up and down and go, yes, it's been a perfect day today. Exciting, depressing, thrilling, happy, all of those words fit you when you're in business for yourself. And I got a couple of questions for you today. And one of those questions is, why are you in business? What is it that you've decided is your calling and that you want to do? Some of us have been doing it for a long time. Others are just starting out. There are people who have, doggone it, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it till I make it. And there's others that say, well, I want to do something. I get so irritated when I get on some of these Facebook groups and I read, hey, everybody, I want to do a business from home. Anybody got any suggestions? Doesn't work well that way. How many of us have tried that and paid out good money for buying, especially if you're in the MLM industry? You pay out good money for the kits, and we've been there. My husband tried to do Dove chocolates. He tried to do Pampered Chef, paid out a bunch of money for things. We love the products, but just wasn't what we were passionate about. We were passionate about using the products, but getting out there and doing the shtick with selling that you have to do with those kinds of things, not so much. And we relied on our upline to give us, training. Didn't happen. And so within a matter of months, that money went right out the door and we were back going, all right, what are we going to do now? When you figure out in the beginning what it is you want to do, then you can go for it. And I truly believe that in order to really move your business successfully ahead, you need to have a plan. It's like we were in Florida a couple of weeks ago. We went to a conference and we could have just jumped in the car and said, hey, we're going to Florida, and sat in the car. Car's not going to go by itself. We can stick the key in the ignition. We can turn the engine on. We can back out of our driveway. And then what? Where do we go to get from where we were to where we wanted to be? We had to have a map. These days, most of us have GPS, which is either in our car or on our phones. Used to be maps. When I was little, used to have maps. And I can remember my mom and dad every summer would take my sister and I on vacation. And they would truck up to the AAA insurance company and get what was called a triptych. And it was this book. It was a spiral-bound book of maps for the specific area that we were going with our vacation. And the AAA person, whoever it was, that was their job, would actually take a highlighter and would mark the roads from where we started out to where we were going, so we would know what roads to take. They would tell us if there were detours. They would put little asterisks or stars or things on different parts of the map that would say, this is a good place to stop for the night. Or, hey, there's a really good restaurant here. Why don't you check that out? We get all that now on GPS. Yeah, I use Waze a lot. I love it because you get to see all these comments by other people. And if there's a road blockage or something and traffic comes to a screeching halt, I can pull up the map and it'll say, accident ahead or speed trap ahead or whatever. But it's the same principle. You are given the information to help you figure out where you're going, how you're going, and how long it's going to take you to get there. I don't believe many of us would start out on a 19-hour trip without having something like that to know where we were going and where to stop and all of that good stuff. We wouldn't just jump in the car and say, I'm heading south. Same thing's true with our business. Very first thing I tell people in my client programs is that we have to figure out where we're going. And then we have to figure out how the heck we're getting there. I've been struggling myself for the last few weeks trying to figure out something I teach all the time. And that's who's my target market. And I hear myself saying exactly the same thing that my clients say to me. But, everybody can use what I have to offer. I had someone, when I asked them who their target market was, they were skincare. I said, who's your target market? And their comment was, well, everyone has skin. I am deathly allergic to things with a strong smell. And it doesn't have to be something that's had scent added into it. It can be a natural smell. And I still get very, very, very sick. I wound up in the emergency room one day because I was at a skincare party at a friend's house and I quit breathing. So guess what? I got skin and I wish I could do something with it sometimes, but I'm not an ideal client for somebody whose products have a lot of scents. I will never buy anything that's got a smell. So I'm not a target market. And when you say anybody that has skin is your ideal client, that's silly. But I've been fighting because I say, well, all service-based small businesses need what I have to offer. And I think they do. But when you look at niching down and when you look at your target, it's like throwing darts at a dartboard. I'm an archer. I can shoot arrows into my target. If I'm shooting, looking at the target, I can make the bullseyes. But if I'm blindfolded and I'm shooting, they're hitting all over the place, on the ground, behind the target, somebody else's target. It doesn't work well for me to try to shoot my bow blindfolded. Same thing's true with finding your target market. If you have one specific area, and for me, I've actually narrowed that down to 2 business types that I love working with and that I've had some success helping. And that's people in the pet care industry and photographers. Now, when I say I'm working with people in the pet care industry to help them grow their business, people say, that makes sense. I know somebody that you can help. And the business comes. It's much more straightforward rather than just saying, oh, I can help anybody. So we need to whittle that down and try to figure out who exactly it is that you want to work with. That's number one. If you don't know where you want to go, and if you don't know who you want to take with you, you're just going to go in circles if you go anywhere. So I am here today to share with you an exciting new program that I'm going to be starting in the second week of September. And that is my Fast Track Your Cash program. I can help you generate anywhere from 30 to 85% increase in sales revenues by taking this program and doing the work that's involved in it. It means actually physically figuring these things out, figuring out the tools and the processes, and doing them. You don't want to just sit there and wait for pigs to fly. You want to get out there and you want to do these things. And if you do them, and if you do them in the right way, you're going to have success. And I would love for you all to check out my Fast Track Your Cash program. And that is at www.nancybeckerbiz.com/fast. If you take a look at that, and if you have some interest, I'd love to talk to you. Until next time, guys, hope you're having a great day. Get out there, be productive, and soar higher. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.